Howdy folks, and welcome back to Far Cry 5 with a mighty Jingles. Yes, it's the not very eagerly awaited return of my least popular video series. Yes, this video will be lucky if it sees 50,000 views after a week, but, well, I enjoy doing these videos, and the people that do watch them, as mentioned in the last episode of Far Cry 5, really do seem to enjoy it. Today we're taking a little bit of a backseat from Cause and Trouble for Faith, and instead we're going to wander around, take in the sights and soak up some of the local flavour here in the Henbane River region of Hope County. Question: how many of you played Far Cry 3? And of those of you who have, how many regard Far Cry 3 as the best game in the Far Cry series? I suspect probably a lot of you. It is an insanely popular instalment in the Far Cry series, and a lot of people regard it as the best one, due in no small part to Michael Mando, the actor who put in a stunning performance as the villain of Far Cry 3, Vas Montenegro. But Far Cry 3 also had a spin-off. It was called Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, and it was basically a parody of 80s action science fiction adventure movies. The voice acting was done by Michael Biehn, the actor who played the original Kyle Reese in Terminator, and also Corporal Hicks in Aliens. Now, I really loved Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. It was completely over the top, funny, and extremely well voice acted. So imagine my surprise when I'm playing Far Cry 5, wandering around the Henbane River region, and then completely out of nowhere, this popped into view. I didn't really know what it was at first, but it definitely looked like it was worth a closer look. Maybe it's aliens. Let's face it, in Far Cry 5 it wouldn't be the first time. Remember Crazy Larry? Hang on a minute. I know this game. What's going on here? Permit denied. Filming location. Is this a movie set? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Are they filming Far Cry 3 here?
This is a closed set. Whoa, wait, you're new. Hey, you want to work in a movie? Of course you do. You are the solution to all my problems. Classic tale. A small town nobody, you, arrives just in time to save world-renowned auteur, Guy Marvel, yours truly. My movie, my masterpiece, is 4 fucking years in the making, and I will not have it derailed by these fucking plebes with no cinematic vision. You know how many fucking awards Blood Dragon 3 is gonna win if we shoot this fucker correctly? All of them! Except this entire stretch of flyover country is a 160 decibel noise factory, and I need absolute fucking silence for this scene! Be the hero, big shot. My first AD will fill you in. I need to contemplate my own genius for a bit.
They're actually playing the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon music in the background at this point. And yes, it is a rip-off of the Terminator theme music. Because reasons.
You're right on time. Listen, I'm not the first AD, I'm just the sound guy, Dean. Guy fired the first AD after he refused to use live ammunition on cows.
Seems perfectly reasonable.
Idea is to shoot a scene like a silent film, only using sound. So, you could probably figure out how well that's going. Noise in the wilds of Montana? Go figure. This place is loud as fuck. Your job is to kill the sound, and I mean kill it. You hear that horn? It's shit like that we gotta shut down. Go kill the noise, whatever it takes.
Okay, so I've stumbled across the movie set where they're filming Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Put in work at the county jail.
You hear that horn? Go get him, hotshot.
Green screens everywhere. Prop alien eggs. And the director wants quiet. Alright. Time to nail some peggies. I'll tell you, this really takes me back to when I was actually playing the game. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon had the single funniest tutorial that has ever been included in a video game. You know how when you're playing a new game, the first time you load it up, you have to go through the tutorial. And it really does treat you like some kind of moron. Press W to walk forwards. Press S to walk backwards. Press A and D to move left and right. You know, as if you've never played a first-person shooter before. Well, the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon tutorial took that really patronising tutorial and ran with it. It would tell you to press shift to run, and then it would very patronisingly follow it up by telling you running is like walking, only faster. It would ask you to press enter to demonstrate your ability to read.
Okay, come on back. I'm listening for more trouble.
My personal favourite from the tutorial is when the computer AI would say, to look around, look around.
We got trouble up top. Sounds like shooting. Get up there quick.
It's worth reinstalling Far Cry 3 and getting a hold of the Blood Dragon DLC just to play the tutorial. It's a piece of video gaming history. And it just kept going and going and going, deliberately trying to piss you off. And eventually the main character would just yell, "Damn it, just let me kill things." It really was that good. And then there's all the one-liners. I mean, this was made as a parody of 80s science fiction action-adventure movies. So, in the finest traditions of Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, all of those 80s tough guys, whenever you killed somebody, you couldn't let it go. You had to crack a joke. There was always a witty one-liner every time you got a kill in Far Cry 3. And you'd think it would get boring after a while, but it never did, due to the sheer volume and variety of the one-liners that Michael Bind sat down and recorded for this game. It must have taken him days just to record all of the kill quotes. Get a headshot with a sniper rifle and you hear Michael Bind growling into the microphone, "He's heading to his grave." Oh yeah, he did the 80s action tough guy voice as well. Get a kill with a longbow. "I think he got the point." I didn't say any of these one-liners were good. And that's kind of the point. And there were just so many of them. And it's the way the game just... It knew that it was taking the piss out of itself. The first time you get your hands on a longbow, for example, the main character says, "It's a bow. Seriously. If you need a description of what a bow does, maybe you should stop playing. Maybe read a dictionary. People who don't know what bows are get shot in the eyeballs. But a bow isn't the future, you whining. That's why we put neon on it, because neon is the future. Hence, this is a bow of the future." At one point, the female AI is giving you a briefing on hand grenades. "Your attention, please. The latest batch of hand grenades are defective and will not arm themselves unless you say, 'Grenade out.'" Sounds of multiple grenade explosions in the distance. "Your attention. I inadvertently broadcast the trigger code for your grenades over the intercom and primed several grenades to explode. I apologize to those I accidentally maimed or killed. Your attention. The grenades also respond to the trigger phrase, 'Eat this.'" More sounds of grenades going off in the distance. Seriously, you need to play it. Anyway, back to Far Cry 5.
Next time you're in LA, it's a hookers and blow buffet! You got a natural talent, kid. Those pussies back in Hollywood could learn a little something from you. The ferocity you showed. Intense, frightening. You made me shoot my pants a little, but I liked it. Now I can finally spray my magic all over this film. Blood Dragon 3 will be a masterpiece! Seriously, it has to be. I can't go back to working on shit like Far Cry. I'd rather put my balls in a vice and listen to everyone with their fucking opinions about world building and player motivation and believability. I'll kill myself, I swear to fucking God. Oh, and I wasn't kidding before. Close set. Get the fuck out of here.
That's kind of what Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon was like. That's the kind of shit that game would pull on you all the time. Anyway, looks like the door to the set is open, also known as the abandoned mine. Oh my god. It's 1983 all over again. What's this? Legal draft. No humans were harmed in the making of this film. What you see are exceptional special effects employing body doubles we codenamed Angels. Alright, so they're using the Peggies.
You have no
Alright.
idea what your life is about to change.
What's going on, guy?
The entire crew walked out. They left. And you know what? Fuck up. Same thing happened to Coppola, and look where he is now. We are the future of modern cinema. When we're up on that podium next year, all of those fuckers will regret doubting us. Picture this, the most epic, badass fight sequence ever shot on a micro budget. Screaming zombies, blood, explosions, but with heart. Here's the scene. They killed your mentally disabled, blind Labradoodle puppy. So you go apeshit! We're talking a baseball batting, headshotting, death from a buffing, explosive, fiery, bloody pièce de résistance! Only snag, I blew the budget on these lights, so we can't afford extras. But problem solved. We dip into the local talent pool, specifically those bald, brainless space cadets wandering around. Find some of those droolers outside and lead them back here so I can start rolling. I'll direct you through the action. So let's go, baby. Guerrilla filmmaking!
Time is money, baby! Find those angels and bring them here. First position! That's coming out of your paycheck! Come on!
I picked up the ammo and he said it's coming out of my paycheck. Okay, so all of his crew have walked out. We've got no extras, so we're going to lure some angels into the mine to use as stunt doubles for the climactic action sequence of the movie. The angels, these guys, they're basically zombies. They've had their minds destroyed by the bliss, the drug that Faith uses to control people. So, first things first, go outside, cause some noise, we'll lure them onto the set.
Camera rolling, and action! Here's the back, kid! Brutal! So visceral! Oh, the American audience will eat this shit up! Now the headshots! Hey, give me headshots! I want brains everywhere! Time is money, baby! Find those angels and bring them here! Play it up like a redneck family Christmas!
Right, headshots. Okay.
Bet you haven't heard that one before.
Looks like I've run out of angels, I'm going to have to go out and get some more. So I have to kill one with fire. Oh, wow. Alright, I've got the AK, so headshots. Come on. There we go. There's the 3 headshots. Now I have to get a kill with a melee weapon. Now I have to get a kill with fire. And I think that was my last Molotov cocktail. Well, I've got a couple of bottles of bourbon on me, so I'll just make a few more Molotovs. He's burning nicely. Oh, I have to make sure he dies from the fire. I can't shoot him. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, got him. Now, kill an angel with an explosion and perform a death from above. Where's my grenade launcher? There it is. That'll do. And now death from above. I'm not ashamed to admit that at this point I actually had to pause the game and go and Google what a death from above was. Turns out it's a melee attack that you execute while dropping on an enemy. Seems pretty obvious, but I did actually have to go and look it up, and it's a lot easier said than done. And got him. Yes. And we're done. Hooray! Show 'em what we won, kids. Some cash, is that it? I feel vaguely cheated. I was expecting so much more. Well, let's see what Guy has to say about our stunning performance.
Oh my god, we did it! Wow, I just gotta say, the camera loves you. We got it all in one take! Suck on that, Fincher! Pure genius! Go out and get drunk, shoot cake, snort M&Ms, whatever the fuck you kids are doing nowadays. You deserve it. You know something? You taught me an important lesson today. Never compromise on your vision. No matter who you hurt, no matter what the cost. Thanks for that. I'll never forget it. Now get lost! I've got a masterpiece to edit.
Wise words, Mr. Marvel. I feel you, bro. Right, clean up the stragglers, I suppose. And then get back to the actual business of, you know, saving the people of Hope County. You know, the reason why we're actually here. Amusing though this was. Later on, we've upset Faith again. And you know what that means. It's time for that really annoying game mechanic that everybody hates. Get away from me with your hallucinogenic drugs, you hippie Canadian woman, you!
Don't you understand what we're trying to build? Or do you just not care? I watch you run this way and that, inflicting violence on those who wish no harm upon you. They're at peace here. They want to be here. I know you have your doubts. But this is the only way the story ends. Nothing you can do can change that. Your friends on the outside, they're controlled by fear. They don't understand. But he does. He'll show you.
Oh look, it's no good dipshit let me hang in a burning helicopter.
Come on. Come on, it's okay. I know you're here to take me back. It's okay. She knows. Everybody knows. You think you're doing the right thing. You think I need to be rescued. But I don't. I don't want to go back. Ever. Have you ever stopped and looked at how your life's turned out? I mean, what you've actually done with it, you know? We're told we can be anything, right? A famous singer, Hall of Famer, movie star. We're all gonna be a success, Rook. But no, that's just not true. We live mundane lives, just doing what someone else tells us to do, day after day. Everybody thinks they have free will, but come on, when's the last time we did something that wasn't required, demanded? Nah, Rook, we don't live our lives. We live theirs. And we think we have free will. But that is just a lie. An illusion. Oh, man. I am so done with that. I am done with being the yes man. I am done with being the errand boy. And I am done with being the garbage collector. I am so done. Because if that is real life, then what is the point? This place gave me the chance to become something I thought I could never be. Happy.
Alright. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do, Mr. Fancy Pants US Marshal guy. You're trying to confuse me by making sense. You're trying to trick me by making good points. Well, I'll warn you. I've watched Jimmy Swaggart. I know who God really is.
And in the end, Rook,
He's an old white dude with a big long beard who lives in the sky and sees everything that I do and for some strange reason seems to need my money. I'm not falling for any of your double talk. Where are you going? You can't just walk off like that all happy and shit. Come on, Marshal. I'm going to snap you out of this so you can go back to doing a job you hate for people you despise. You know, like everybody else.
Don't trust the Bliss. You need to get the Marshal.
Come on, Mr. US Marshal. Come back with me. Don't walk into the light. We can both go back to getting shot at for a living.
Now's the time. Don't let the Marshal get through those gates.
Come back with me and by this time tomorrow you'll be back on stakeout drinking shitty coffee and eating stale donuts until 5 o'clock in the morning waiting for somebody who skipped bail to potentially check in with his ex-girlfriend. Come on, it'll be fun. If you're lucky you might even get shot and crippled and then go destitute thanks to the medical bills. How can any of this possibly be better than that?
You're doing great.
Christ, Tracy, get that syringe over here! Oh, calm down, calm down.
Hey, we got him. I'm sure he's going to be very grateful.
Okay. Just to take the edge off.
No drugs. Put your guns down. You just can't come out of the bliss clean.
I
can. Sheriff,
Alright?
please.
Alright.
I'm not scrambled.
Alright.
Stay away from me.
Alright, just stand down.
You shouldn't have brought him here.
Tracy.
Fuck you, Tracy. I said this was a bad idea. I said it from the very beginning. You don't know her. How she digs inside your head. Don't trust him.
I'll go talk to her.
Hands up, everybody who thinks the woman is right and everybody else is going to get fucked. What? Everyone? You've seen this before, haven't you?
I don't understand. Did you think you could just continue to do what you wanted without consequences? I've been reasonable, I've been fair. But you were just so selfish. You forced someone to leave that didn't want to go. Also, you could be what? A hero? Do you know what hubris is? Arrogance before the gods. The Greeks saw it as a dangerous form of pride that invoked the goddess Nemesis, who would seek retribution.
I win this hand. You have to wear a button. What do you say?
Straight flush.
If violence is the only language you choose to speak, I'll speak your language. And when their blood is on your hands,
And when their blood is on your hands,
we'll see how heroic you feel.
we'll see how heroic you feel.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry to have to do this.
I'm sorry to have to do this.
I wanted there to be another way.
I wanted there to be another way.
But you made your choice.
But you made your choice.
Who opened the doors?
Oh shit! They're inside!
I told you. I didn't want to leave.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can deal with that. Just as long as I don't have to listen to anybody saying, I fucking warned you, because nobody likes a smart ass.
The Peggy's at the control room! Rook! Anyone! We're under attack! No! Hold him back!
Now where am I? How did I get out here? You know,
Grab the sheriff! Fuck!
at certain points when playing Far Cry 5, it's probably best if you just don't ask too many questions. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I really enjoyed this game. But sometimes you're just left scratching your head and thinking, huh? Anyway, storm the gates, kill the Peggies, retake the prison. Got it. So, shoot the snipers, up the ladder, drop in through the air vents, shoot anybody who didn't vote for Donald Trump, rescue all of the hostages.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll bang later, okay? And then listen to Tracy give me shit and tell me how it's all my fault.
It's sad, knowing it's all for nothing.
Oh no. 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 Help me! Put pressure on it. Come on, Rachel. Come on. Come on.
I think he's dead, Dave. I love her t-shirt, by the way. I'm going to have to get me one just like it.
This is what she does. Takes. Destroys. Find her. Kill her. Don't let her get away with this.
Well, wait a minute. Earlier on she said, I warned you, don't do it. I did it, everything went to shit. And at no point did she point the finger and say, I told you. This game is so unrealistic. Right, well, this is it. Confront Faith, and of course by that, they mean kill Faith. And then it's time for the showdown with the big cheese. The head honch. El numero uno. The man himself. Does anybody actually have her address? I mean, is she in the phone book? How exactly do I find Faith anyway?
When this is
Oh,
over,
needn't have worried.
we'll be together in bliss.
It's that time again. Everybody's favourite hurrying the plot along game mechanic. And when I say favourite, I mean the one that everybody really, really hates. I don't think we're in Montana anymore. You know, it's a shame this game isn't set in Kansas. Because if it was, that movie reference would have made a lot more sense. It was The Wizard of Oz, by the way, just in case, you know, you don't know what I'm talking about. Which wouldn't be surprising. It's time for a boss fight, boys and girls. What? But she's just a mere slip of a girl. How can she possibly... Oh, you'll see.
Amazing grace, how sweet.
Oi! Get your hands off my sheriff, you dirty, unwashed hippie. Put some shoes on. Get a job. Sheriff, stop looking so happy. It's an illusion. Oh, he's gone all martial on me. You know, she's actually got a pretty nice voice.
Your sheriff kept you from walking the path. But now he understands its purpose. And he'll join our family in Eden.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
And if you try to stop him...
Oh, there it was. Just for a second, but there it was. I think we finally got to see Faith's true face. So, boss fight.
Your sheriff was a wall.
Against a tiny 20-year-old girl.
Between you and the father.
An unarmed, tiny 20-year-old girl. And I have an M60 and a grenade launcher. Well, here's how it works. Faith summons angels. Kill the angels. Kill Faith. Faith reappears. Throw in swirly whirly, twirly whirly, druggy wuggy stuff. I don't know. It's a hippie thing. You keep shooting at Faith, she disappears. And then she comes back with a whole bunch of more angels. And only one of these Faiths is the real thing. The rest are all illusions. You have to find the right one. Fill it full of bullets. All the while she's throwing balls of hippie trippy, swirly whirly, druggy wuggy, hippie stuff at us.
The world is crashing to
Balls of hippie juice, that's what it is.
The father is offering you a chance to let go.
Well, I don't know. You tell me what it is. I'm making this shit up as I go along. And you basically just rinse and repeat. You kind of got to keep moving. That was the right one, I think. Yeah. The right one has a health bar. The others are all illusions that disappear as soon as you hit them.
But you cannot destroy what he created.
Ooh. Need to heal. Need to heal.
Live by the sword and you will die by the sword.
Ooh, some more ammo. Thank you. Where's she gone? Where has she gone? Come out and fight me like a man. Oh. Come out and fight me like an unarmed 20-year-old hippie. You know, anybody might think that the unarmed 20-year-old hippie was afraid of the man with the M60 machine gun. But we've done it. Faith has been taken care of. And by that, I don't mean we sat her down and gave her a nice cup of tea with a chocolate biscuit.
Understand. You don't know what it is you're doing, do you? Joseph believes he's our savior. But you'll be the one who decides what happens.
She's right, you know.
You are the start. He'll be the end.
You see, this is the thing about Far Cry 5. As you take down each member of the Seed family on the way to Joseph, if you pay attention to what they're saying to you, they're basically telling you how the game's going to end.
It was always going to happen this way.
And by that I mean both of the possible endings.
You'll walk the path. You'll rescue your sheriff. You'll be the hero. And then you'll choose. And if you don't listen to him, he'll be right.
And right at the end, it's Faith who gives the most accurate prediction of the events that are about to unfold. And now, it's time for a word from our sponsors.
You look like hell.
Yeah, well, I feel like it too.
Need help getting back inside?
Hell no, I'll manage.
I didn't think you could pull this off. You saved a lot of people here today, Rook. Don't forget that.
Hey, can you give me a hand?
Better go.
You know, there was a moment just before you arrived. I just lost all hope. I couldn't see a way out. But you led the way. A lot of good people died, but everyone here, all of us, we're alive because of you. And I'm damn proud of you. Now, I want you to find that goddamn Joseph Seed, bring him to justice, or put him in the ground. That's an order, Deputy.
Another seal has been opened. My family, my brothers, my sisters, they've been taken from me by a snake in the garden. I thought I knew God's plan. But I was wrong. I was blind. But now I see. You took my family from me so that I could have yours.
We will welcome them with open arms. Just as we will welcome you. We will be waiting for you. Where it all began.
And that, boys and girls, is it for today. In the next and final episode of Far Cry 5, we're going to be dealing with Joseph's seed one way or the other. And when I say one way or the other, I mean both possible endings to the game. Until the next time, take care.